Hello everyone. So we are doing cell cycle and cell division. So already we have completed two parts, and this is the third part of cell cycle and cell division. So what we will be understanding for today is the thing that a little bit detail about mitosis and meiosis again. So please don't think that it is out of syllabus or something. It is in the syllabus, and it is the main thing what actually we need to understand. So today we will exactly see about something which is regarding to content of DNA and haploid, diploid cells and all those things. Okay. Let us consider human beings. As I told you, when we consider human being as an example, it becomes very easy for us to relate or understand. Okay. Now, for example, see, we all have started our life as a single cell, as I have already told you. So, which is that single cell and how our life began? To understand that, first thing we need to understand that male, and female. What will happen is the male at the time of puberty, that means when he attains the age of puberty, during that time the body cells itself, particularly the cells which are present in the gonads, that is the reproductive organs we can say. So those organs will start producing gametes. Okay, and they produce gametes by which division? I told you, gamete production is always done by the division called as Meiosis Division. Okay, so by undergoing Meiosis Division, male will produce sperm. Let's write it with different color, make it differentiated. Okay, males will produce sperm. Males will produce sperm. What about female? At the age of puberty, female will produce egg, which is also called as ovum. Egg or ovum. Okay. So these sperm and egg, what do we call them? The sperm and egg, we call them as gametes. Okay. So let us consider this is sperm and this is egg. Okay. Now these are called what? These are called as gametes. And where they are produced? They are produced in the gonads. What are gonads? Gonads andrenu? Gonads are nothing but the reproductive organs where gametes are produced. So in male it is testis and in female it is ovary. Okay. So or else we can write like that. So let us consider this is, if it is male, so here it is produced in testis. And what about here? It is produced in ovary. So this is egg. Now what these two are? As I told you, these two are gametes. Gametes means what? They are nothing but sex cells we can say. So these are the cells which are going to give birth to a new life. How? Then they both are different in morphology. Yes, they are different in morphology. But these cells, they are also cells only, just like body cells. Only thing is, they have half the number of chromosomes what actually the human cell has. So first that should be clear. So we are talking about humans here. Okay, we are talking about humans, and in human, if you study about human cell, how many chromosomes are there? 46 chromosomes are there. In every cell of our body, the cells of our body, we have 46 chromosomes. That means 23 chromosomes are from father, 23 chromosomes are from mother. So that is what we are going to understand here. That means the sperm and egg, if you consider these two are what? These two are also cells. That means they also have nucleus inside. Now what is the amount of chromosome present within the nucleus? Here the chromosome is 23 and here also the chromosome is 23. What I am talking about? Because sperm is also a cell and egg is also a cell. Now cell means it will have nucleus, and with this human being, so it is eukaryotic cell. Obviously nucleus will be there. Within the nucleus what is present? DNA is present. But DNA at the time of division, it will form condensed, it becomes condensed and it forms chromosomes. Usually human beings have 46 chromosomes. How these 46 chromosomes are formed? That is by the fertilization of both of these. This process of combination, or we can say the process of fusion of sperm and egg The process is called fertilization. This is called fertilization. So because of fertilization, what will happen? The sperm is having 23 chromosomes, egg is having 23 chromosomes. Now both of them fuse together to form a new cell. They form a new cell, and this cell, this cell, it will have a nucleus now within inside, and that nucleus, within that nucleus, if you see, the content of DNA of this cell and the content of DNA of this cell, both have been combined here. So what will be the amount or the number of chromosomes? 23 from here, 23 from here, 23 plus 23. What is the number of chromosomes? This is 46. And what is this cell? This is a single cell. Cell is one only. But what is the number of chromosome here? It is 46. Why 46? One set of chromosome, complete set 23 from sperm, 23 from egg. So this is called zygote, and that's what I told you. We all have started our life. This is O. We all have started our life as a single cell. So zygote is a single cell. We all have been produced like this process only. So we all were zygote at the first. And there is one more things here to understand. This cell is called diploid cell. The students usually get more confused with this. We write it like this. What is this? This is called diploid. What is diploid? Zygote is diploid. What does the term diploid mean? What it means? Okay. Diploid means, try to understand it clearly, the cell which has two set of chromosomes. Now in this cell, in zygote, if you see, one set of chromosome is from sperm and the other set of chromosome is from egg, ovum. It is having two set now, 23 pair. 23 pair is present here. Totally 46. 23 pair are present. So that is why we call it as diploid. Did you understand? So what you can see here is, this is zygote. So zygote is a single cell, but it is having both the content of nucleus. There are two nucleus. N is nucleus. So there are two nuclear content present in the zygote. That is why it is represented as 2N. Now what about this? If this is 2N, what will be the sperm? Now the sperm is denoted as N, and egg is also denoted as N. Egg is also denoted as N. So this is also N and this is also N. I'll write it here. I'll just write this. So now what you can see here, N plus N is 2N. So this is only called as, this is 2N means diploid. Then what is N? N means haploid. Haploid. This is also haploid. So when two haploids join together, or when two haploids are fused, it forms a diploid cell. Now in human beings or any other cells, usually the gametes are the haploid cells, which will have one set of chromosomes. Okay, so now here 23 chromosomes are there. 23 plus 23, it forms 46. So here, why I am explaining all these things, it's human reproduction, it is related to human reproduction, and why I am explaining it here is because to make you understand where exactly in our body, how exactly mitosis and meiosis takes place and what is its exact function. So this fusion led to the zygote formation. Now this is a single cell with two nuclear content, and it is called diploid. And that is why sperm and egg is called haploid. Why? Because they have only single nuclear content. In this cell there are two nuclear content, two nucleus fusion have happened. That is why 2N. I hope this concept is clear. Now there is one more thing I wanted to talk here, because these things, these things are directly, connected to cell cycle. So there you should not get confused. So I am explaining everything prior only. Now this here, whatever the amount of DNA present in the gametes, only 23 chromosomes are there. Here also only 23 chromosomes are there. If you just open the chromosome, open in the sense if you decondense it, and if you form the content like just as a DNA, if you take that, if you find out what is the amount of DNA, the amount of DNA present, I'll just rub these all things down. I hope you'll understand. Okay. Okay. Fine. So here, now I'm talking about amount of DNA. Now see here, whatever the chromosomes are there here in the gametes, gametes will have half the set of chromosome. Now this 23 chromosomes, if you decondense it, and if decondense means if you open it, and then if you find out what is the amount of DNA, that amount of DNA is represented as C. What it is represented as? C. C you can consider it as content, whatever content of DNA is present here. So now this is whatever content is here, it is called 1C. How much content of DNA is there in the sperm? 1C. How much content of DNA is there in egg? Even it is 23 chromosomes, and obviously even this is denoted as C only. So even this is 1C. Now what is the content of DNA present here in the diploid zygote? Here it is 2C. Clear? So this is called content of DNA. You know, in NCERT this concept is given, content of DNA. In cell cycle they have told about this C. So there students usually get confused about that. That is why I made it clear now only. C means content of DNA. Usually C is always used for gametes. That means gametes will have half the number of chromosomes. No? Haploid set. It is haploid set. So in haploid set, whatever the amount of DNA is present, that is called as C. Then if in haploid set, if it is 1C or C, then obviously here it will be double the content in diploid. So it is 2C. And it is also called 2N because 2 nuclear content is present. So it is 2N. So here what is the chromosome number? 46 is the number of chromosome. And this is called 2C because it is having 2 nuclear content of DNA. Both the content is combined over here. So we call it as 2C. Is this amount of DNA and haploid, diploid, all these basic terms, I think it is clear. Now later on, okay, just take down this much. Okay, now later on what actually we need to talk about this is here, and this concept is how exactly like mitosis helps and what actually the meiosis does. I just want to clear it, okay? Okay, fine. So here if you see, for example, this is zygote, this is 2N, everything is clear. Okay, now what will happen is that this zygote, ultimately what will happen? Okay, now this zygote which is having 46 chromosomes here, so this will start dividing. This is a single cell, okay, zygote, but it is having 2 nuclear content, 2 content of DNA from 2 cells. Now this zygote will start dividing. So one zygote divides and form 2. 2 will divide and form 4. 4 will divide and form 8. Likewise, then you tell me if it is 2, 4, 8, this kind of division, then this division is called what? This division is what? This division is mitosis. So here, zygote will undergo mitosis division and it starts forming multiple cells like this. Now you know that mitosis, the parent cell is having 46. Now this is parent cell only, no? If it is undergoing division, then this is a parent cell. Now this parent cell is having 46. Then this has first divided into 2. Again, you people should not get confused here. See here. First it will divide into 2. How? It will divide into 2 like this. This is one cell and this is one cell like this. Now what will be the number of chromosome here in both the daughter cells? As it is mitosis, it will not be 23. It is mitosis, equational division. So here also it will be, in this cell also the number of chromosome is 46. Here also it is 46. What I am trying to say, I think you people are understanding. Now later on what will happen? These two cells again they will divide. Now, okay. Now what will happen? It was 2. Now it will form what? Now it will form 4 cells like this. Fine. And every cell will have 46. Again these 4 cells will divide into 2 like this. And then what will happen? Totally 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Likewise 8 cells. And then 16 cells. So likewise what will happen? Cells will start increasing in number. And this will form a what? Totally it will form a mass of cells like this. Now you tell me what is the number of chromosome in every cell here? This mass of tissue, what it is formed? Group of cells will form tissue. Now this will form, and every cell will have what number of chromosome? Every cell will have 46 only. Why 46 only? Because zygote is undergoing which division? Mitosis division. That is why it is 46 in every cell. Now this thing what has formed? It is slightly the formation of embryo will take place. Okay. This is embryo. Slowly in this embryo what will happen? Differentiation will happen. Now whatever cells are produced here, slowly it will start forming, it will take some other function and becomes organ. Or you can say, now this is a tissue. Some of the cells of this tissue will take some function and they start functioning in a different way. Now here the function is what? Continuously it is dividing. But later on some of the cells from this tissue, it will start functioning. And then that process is called differentiation. It doesn't mean that all the cells will start functioning as something else. No. Some cells of this will start functioning in a different way. Now like for example, some cells can become eye cells, cells of eyes. Some cells can take the function of some other part. Likewise. Then what will happen? Likewise, the division and differentiation will happen and then organs are produced. Organs will combine together to form organ system and then finally it becomes organism. Yes or no? Now this embryo will start growing. After the growth what it will form? Embryo finally it forms what? It forms fetus and fetus will become what? Fetus will become baby and the baby comes out from the mother's body. Now you tell me, whatever the cell this baby has, what is the number of chromosome here? Do you think it is 23 or any other number? It is always what? This baby will always have 46 chromosome only. Whether it is baby boy or a baby girl, whatever it is, every cell of its body will have 46. Why 46? Continuously what the division is happening here, every division is mitosis. Clear? Then this baby later on, okay, so completely whatever happened here, everything was mitosis. Mitosis happened here for the growth of the baby. Now even after baby when it comes out, even if this baby is growing, it has become adult now, baby boy, he has become a man or woman. Okay, this baby in its body, everywhere the cells are having 46 chromosome. But when it attains puberty, for example, if this is a baby boy, then obviously this boy at his age of puberty, he will start producing what? He will start producing sperm. So where in his body sperms are produced? In the testis. If it is male, testis. If this baby was a female, she would have produced egg. So there in the gonads, in the testis of this baby, the cells which were there, even they were 46 only. Spermatogonia cells. Do you remember? I have not told anything about that still. So this is spermatogonia cells. Spermatogonia cells are nothing but cells which have same, like this only. Even they have 46 chromosome only. This spermatogonia cell will undergo which division? It will undergo division called as meiotic division to form the sperm. Okay, one spermatogonia cell, and you know that Meiosis division What will happen there? Reduction. And it will take place in 2 steps to form how many cells? One parent cell will form how many gametes? It will form 4 sperms. Okay. Then what will happen? So 46 is there. For example, this is one spermatogonia, and if it is producing how many sperm? 4 sperm. For example, 4 sperm. Now every sperm will have how much chromosome? You know, meiosis means reduction division. Then every sperm will have 23 chromosome. Right? Are you understanding? So which division has taken place here? The division which has happened here is meiosis. It is meiosis. Same thing will happen even if this baby was a baby girl. But she would produce egg at her age of puberty because of meiosis. So what I am trying to clear here is, in our human or any other organism as well, if you see, we have taken birth, we were produced as a cell, as a single cell with 2 nuclear content. That is why the zygote is diploid. Then that zygote, until we become adults and still until we die, there are cells in our body which are still undergoing the division called mitosis. And it is forming so many developing things are happening in our body because of mitosis. Ultimately, when the child or when this baby attains puberty, during his time or during her time, and that time when they start producing the gametes, that time there in that reproductive organ, the cells which are present, they undergo meiotic division to form the gametes. Clear? So where mitosis is happening, where meiosis is happening, I think this is clear. Now, why it is important, this meiosis? Why it is important? Now you tell me, if this meiotic division did not happen and if the sperms are produced like mitosis only, then every sperm would have 46 only. And the same thing would happen with girl also, and she also would have produced egg which had 46. Then what would happen? 46 plus 46 would be 92. Again, that baby with 92 number of chromosome, it would undergo mitosis to form 96. Again, if there was no meiosis, and the sperm of that baby would have again 92 chromosome in the sperm. And if it was a girl, she would have 92 chromosome in her egg. 92 plus 92. Are you understanding? Likewise, the number of chromosome would have multiplied like anything. And then that would not be the human race. It would become something else. That is why it is important for human race or any other organism to maintain that reduction division to continue the race as human beings or that particular species. Every species on this world, they have their own number of chromosomes. Every plant, every animal, okay, the cells will have particular amount of DNA, and the amount is called C. Always in haploid it is C. In diploid it will be 2C. That's it. I hope this concept of amount of DNA, and we have understood diploid, haploid, and we have understood completely about where exactly mitosis is in human beings, where meiosis is happening, and why meiosis is important. And then what is the significance of mitosis then? The development is happening because of mitosis, no? We have all the cells in our body because of mitosis. If something happened to our skin cells, every day lot of cells will be removed out, dead cells. Lot of cells will die. Still skin will be undergoing mitosis to form what? To form new cells. And that division is what? Mitosis only, no? So that is why mitosis and meiosis, both the divisions are important for all the organisms. Usually meiosis, where it takes place? It takes place in the region where exactly the gametes are produced. Where the gametes are produced, there meiosis will take place. What about mitosis? Other than that, rest all places mitosis only. Clear? Okay. Take down.